and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome to Making Money with Laura Sanders, a name you can trust. With over 20 years of real estate experience and selling over 150 homes a year, Laura Sanders is the #1 RE/MAX agent in the state of Florida for 2021. Join us each week as we discuss how to make money through buying and flipping homes, to renting versus selling, and everything in between. To join the conversation, call in live. 888-994-4995, Studio A.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Making Money with Laura Sanders, and I am your host, Laura Sanders. Every week, we talk about something that can help save you or make you some money or kind of save you from something in this crazy world. And this week, I wanted to talk about bed bugs. I know it sounds like a crazy topic, but believe it or not, I've heard it's definitely an epidemic in France. Heard it's actually an epidemic here in the United States. So how can you protect yourself, not bring those home when you go to a hotel or even buy something from Goodwill? Today, we have Miles Malberg with Allied Pest Management. He's one of the greatest pest guys I know out there. He knows how to get rid of those pesty pests. Anyway, welcome, Miles.
Thank you, Laura.
So I know this is a crazy topic, but the other day, my mom and I are talking, and she says to me, my neighbor has bed bugs. And I said, I actually wonder if they can jump from your house to her house. I was also thinking to myself, because termites is kind of like, you have a couple of different kinds of homes, right? The homes that have termites and the homes that are going to have termites, typically. Right? And then I was thinking to myself, okay, she was like, well, I'd rather have bed bugs than have termites. And I'm like, hell no, I'd rather have termites any day than have bed bugs. So I figured, you know what? It's a great topic. Let's talk about bed bugs. And which would you rather have, termites or bed bugs?
Personally, termites.
I thought so, but
Bed bugs are very difficult to eradicate from a home, a hotel, any, a bus, a movie theater, anywhere.
So I looked at what a bed bug, I saw a bed bug before when I was actually at a Disney hotel. And of course, they just basically blew me off. For me, it looked like a little red pepper flake, like that you would see, like, just like a little smushed little red pepper. So I guess, tell us what you know about bed bugs. Tell us what we can do to protect ourselves, to not bring these crazy little creatures home, because I heard their eggs are hard to get rid of. Like, once they spread, my mom was saying that the neighbor said 5 years ago one of their kids brought it home. They were treating for it. She thought it was gone, and now it's taken over the entire house. So could it jump to her house?
The only way it's really going to get into your home is somebody bringing it in, like in a suitcase, a backpack, or you're sitting on their couch and they crawl onto your clothing, and then you bring them in that way. And that's happened. So you just got to do your due diligence with bed bugs, and just make sure that the home you're going into, the hotel room you're going into, buses, cars. I mean, like, everybody's taking Uber and Lyfts now. It could be in there. You just got to do your due diligence and just make sure that they're not getting on you or getting onto your belongings.
But you say do your due diligence. So what does that
tough.
mean? Be a little more specific. Like, I'm getting into an Uber. I mean, what am I going to do? First of all, it's dark out. I can't really see. So I guess there's a good possibility. So, I mean, it sounds like
you can ask a gentleman. You could ask a gentleman, hey, do you do pest control regularly in your vehicle?
How do you ask that?
Well, you can just ask them. We do a limousine service, and we treat their buses and all of their vehicles on a monthly basis, and we check for bed bugs in their vehicles, and roaches too.
So wait,
mainly.
okay, roaches I get, but do you find bed bugs when you're doing this? I'm just curious.
Yeah, we do 2 limousine services, and one vehicle we inspected and did have bed bugs in it, and we were, the guy pulled the vehicle off the route, and then we started treating it until we knew we had them eliminated. Most of the time with bed bugs, you're either going into a home that is infested, they're getting on your clothing, or they're getting on belongings that you brought into that particular home, and then you bring them into your home. And that's the issue. Or a hotel room, like you said, you were at Disney. That's probably the biggest problem at hotels.
And that's the thing. I check when I go in before I put my suitcase down. I check the corners of the beds, and that's where I found it. They switched our room, but obviously they just blew me off as if like maybe I brought it with me, like that I'm just trying to get out of pain. I was I kept telling my husband, that's definitely a bed bug. Like, it's definitely a bed bug, Well,
when you go to a hotel room, and I do this all the time when I go into a hotel room, before I even bring my bags into the room, I do what you do. I check the bed. I open up the sheets, check all the cuffs around the bed. You look at the bed headboard. You look at the box spring. You open up the drawers and look in the drawers of the dresser. That's the best you can really do. And then most hotel rooms have that one floor stand where you can put your suitcase on. And normally that's what I suggest to people is put your suitcase on that floor stand. Keep your clothes out of the dresser. Definitely don't put your clothes on the floor at all. And probably 90% of the time 95% of the time, you're not going to get bed bugs as long as you're doing that. Also, there are sprays that you can bring with you. And I do this when I travel, and you can treat the dresser. You can treat the bed as a precaution, even if you don't see anything.
What's this? Do we have to call you for this magical spray?
No,
that's probably what you want.
You can buy it. You can buy it online. You can buy it on Amazon. I'm not going to say the name of the product, but you could put bed bug spray, travel spray, and it'll pop up.
Okay. So now let's just say we have bed bugs. Would tenting the house help to get rid of it? Would that be like, or would you still have to really set the house on fire? I mean,
it's
asking.
Bed bugs are really, really difficult. If you can catch the infestation at its infancy, when it's relatively just beginning, you can get rid of them by using just basic conventional insecticides, pyrethroids. Even though the book says that the bed bugs have built up resistance against a lot of the pyrethroids that we're using now. But again, if you can catch it at the infancy, you can get rid of them. If your home is severely infested with bed bugs, you're talking about throwing out furniture, throwing out bedding. Yeah, it can get pretty intense. And a lot of times what you have to do is you've got to dust the walls, which you drill into the walls, you inject dust, pull the electrical covers off the wall, inject dust that way. It gets pretty detailed on what has to be done. You got to vacuum. I mean, there's a lot of things that the homeowner needs to do too for infestations. Or like you mentioned, tent fumigation.
Tenting could help. That could work. That's like strong enough.
Yeah, tenting.
I'd go straight for the tenting. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I would go straight for tenting personally.
Yeah,
but
and I've recommended it to people where I've gone into the home and it's just so bad. I'm just like, listen, you're better off tent fumigating your house.
And you don't even do tenting, right? You don't even do tenting. You're recommending something that you refer out.
Oh yeah, definitely. So,
yeah.
But with tent fumigation, you have to increase the dosage of the fumigant. They say 3 times the recommended rate for drywood termites.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They got to penetrate the insect egg.
All right.
The
Well,
bed bug egg.
we're going to go to
But
commercial
there's
break.
some other. Okay.
Well, we're going to go to commercial break, but when we come back, I want to ask you, like, how often are you seeing bed bugs? How often are you treating for them? And what's the outcome? And see, because if you're saying 3 times the amount, that's pretty crazy. So stay tuned. We'll be right back to hear more about bed bugs, because it really is something that people need to know that's going on right now, and you don't want to bring it home. I don't want my kids to bring it home. We'll be right back.
Whether you're buying, selling, refinancing, or building your dream home, you have a lot riding on your loan specialist. Max Fish, a top 1% mortgage loan officer in the nation, will give you a same-day qualifying quote. Max Fish is committed to providing his customers with mortgage services that exceed their expectations. Ensuring that you make the right choice for you and your family is his ultimate goal. Contact Max Fish today at 954-729-6933 or max.fisch@nwmcorp.net.
At JK Closing Attorneys, we do all of the same things that a title company does, but with the benefits of being a law office. We can help with residential real estate, short sales, commercial real estate, refinances, 1031 exchanges, and FRIPTA withholding.
Contact JK Closing Attorneys today at 954-332-3111. Again, that is 954-332-3111.
You have been watching Making Money with Laura. For more information, contact Laura Sanders at 954-650-0827 or visit her website at theloracell.com. And now back to the show.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Making Money with Laura Sanders. And we wanted to make sure that we help you to not bring home bed bugs. Wanted to give you some advice because let me tell you how costly this would be to you if you brought home bed bugs. So let's welcome back Miles, and wanted to talk to Miles and ask him, Miles, how often are you treating bed bugs right now?
Hey, Laura. Yeah, thank you for that question. I'm actually doing a treatment tomorrow for bed bugs.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, she had a bed bug issue. This particular client had a bed bug issue about a year ago, and her neighbor's house was tent fumigated for bed bugs. So she's really, really concerned, and she's like, Miles, what should we do? And I'm like, are you seeing anything? She's like, no, I'm not, but she's pretty freaked out about what's going on. So her neighbor's house being tent fumigated for bed bugs. So I said, hey, we can do a topical treatment with some insect growth regulators and a basic parbuthrioid. You're not seeing anything as a precaution. And she agreed. So we're doing it tomorrow. We had a call last week for bed bugs. And this gentleman went to Orlando, but didn't stay in Disney World, went to another hotel, and he brought the bed bugs home in his suitcase. And the infestation was in its infancy. It was not a very heavy infestation, pretty minor. Caught it early. We treated it last week. And I called them yesterday to see how things were going. And they haven't seen anything at all. So I'm going out Monday, and I'm going to go there and physically do a full inspection on the property to make sure that we're not having any issues there.
Now, does he have to get rid of the clothes that are in the suitcase? Did you recommend getting rid of the suitcase?
Yeah, what they did is, when you have infestations like that, what you want to do is take all your clothing and wash it in hot water, hot soapy water, and then put it in the dryer, a hot dryer. That's one of the great things about modernization, that we've got washer and dryers now. Hey, and they're killing bed bugs. So, we've had a decrease in bed bugs since washer and dryers came on, actually. And then, I told him to definitely dispose of the suitcase. So he threw it out immediately.
So how many bed bug cases do you think that you're doing right now? Any more now this year than last year? Because I heard in France it's definitely an epidemic right now.
France has always been bad. Europe is bad. England, United Kingdom is bad. France is probably the worst in Europe. But it's bad here too. I would say we do probably about 4 or 5 bed bug treatments a month. I really think is a whole lot, to be honest.
But that's pretty stable over the last several years.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. South Florida we're like nationwide. We're probably, and I'm just going to use South Florida. Like, let's say the 3 counties: Palm Beach, Broward, Dade. We're like maybe number 18, 20 on the list in the United States. It's the big cities: Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, Dallas has been really bad. Those cities are very bad with infestations. Chicago's number 1 in the country, by the way.
God, I'm just like, I'm freaked out. My son travels for hockey, so I'm just like, oh my God, the likelihood they're going to bring it back is like, I don't want to jinx myself.
Well, a lot of the hotels are really, they're doing, well, let's hope they're doing it. Their due diligence, in their maintenance of their hotel rooms, and, trying to train the people there to look for, evidence of bed bugs. And there's evidence you can look for their droppings. They do.
What does their droppings look like?
It's basically blood, because they're blood suckers. That's what they need. They need a blood meal to survive, even though they can go 300 days, 310 days without a blood meal, and still survive. That's what you look for. You look for evidence like that. And it looks like little specks. It looks like little specks of blood. And that's where you have to have the maids of these hotels look for that. So, and you could do that, like while we were talking about doing your inspections, that's what you would look for. Right. And the bed bugs have a gradual metamorphosis too. So they shed their outer skeleton, and you will actually see, it looks like an orange dust on things, and that is evidence of bed bugs. Kind of an orangish color. Yeah. And
I
it
hope you're
smells
checking
too.
when you do my Airbnbs, I hope you're checking for them. Because I
We
do
do,
like to
actually.
stay,
That's a great
in my own
point.
Airbnbs once in a while.
No, what we do there, that's a great point. What we do because we do a lot of Airbnbs, and what we do is we spray the edges of the bed.
Oh, okay.
That's what we do.
Okay.
And that's the best we can do. And it really comes down to the people that are cleaning the Airbnbs.
Right.
It's, pest control operators, it's important for us to treat correctly. It really comes down to the maintenance people doing their due diligence and cleaning correctly and inspecting, to be honest with you.
Right. So anything that you would say other than when you go traveling to get some kind of spray to take with you to spray when you get to the hotel so that maybe you kill them right when you get there so you don't bring them home with you, right? That's number 1. Anything else that you would recommend to us? I mean, if you do have it, obviously get rid of the suitcase that you brought home, get your clothes into hot, soapy water. Any other recommendations? Because usually you'll know you have them because they'll start to bite you sometimes, right? Like you have little sores on your body?
That's where people notice them, because they'll get bit by them. And it's a pretty big welt that they develop on your body, and there's nothing you can really do about it. You can put ointment on it, but that's pretty much the first sign of bed bugs is when you get bit. So yeah, just, check when you go to the hotels, just check, man, check those dressers, check the bedding. It's the best thing to do. At your home, there's a lot of things, keeping your place clean is number 1. Vacuuming is really important. Change your bed sheets regularly. I do my bed sheets every week. Just things like that. Maintenance, number one.
Yeah.
So,
Any other bugs though that are worse than bed bugs?
ticks. Ticks are
They
ticks isn't
mutate though? They multiply a
ticks.
lot?
Yeah, ticks they're not an insect. They're a spider in the spider family. They're similar to bed bugs.
But they'll get you sick
like
where you're
for-
sick, right? Like
Yeah,
either
now
Lyme
with
disease.
ticks, yeah, you can get some pretty bad diseases from ticks. You don't see it too much down here in South Florida, but when you go up into the northern part of the country, like the Northeast, the northern Midwest, Michigan, Wisconsin, up there, they have, I forgot the name of the disease that they get up there. It's pretty bad.
I've heard of
actually.
Lyme
They get it from the
disease
deer.
and
There you go, Lyme disease.
yeah.
They get it mainly from deer ticks. But the thing with the
And
similarity
it's hard to
between
detect.
tick, pardon me?
It's hard to detect too.
Oh, the ticks you'll see.
No,
Ticks
no,
will-
ticks. I know
they
you
just
pull them
come
out
out.
with like a tweezer out of your hair usually. Or
Yeah.
my mom's from
But ticks,
Kentucky, so I've seen them. My brother's had it in his head, so I've seen it before. Maybe that's what's wrong with him. I don't know. I'm just kidding. There's nothing wrong with him.
I did a lot of camping, and we always check. I was in Boy Scouts, and we always checked the kids when we went camping. We always did exactly what you just did. We always checked their heads for ticks. But
Yeah.
the similarity between ticks and bed bugs is the tick female can lay anywhere from 200 to 300 eggs in one sitting. The bed bugs, a bed bug female can lay about 300 to 400 eggs, but they do like 15 to 20 each day. Not like a tick. A tick can lay them all at one time, and then that's it, and they're done.
Oh,
So there's some similarities there.
right. Okay. Any other bugs before? Because we're actually almost running out of time. So any other things that you recommend? Anything that you tell us that we should watch out for?
Sticking with bed bugs, man, just if you're taking Ubers, you're taking a taxi, you get on a bus, you go to a movie theater, just make sure when you get out, check your body and maybe just do a brush down, even that,
Yeah.
because that's the key. And just,
I
when
don't
you
know.
get home, man, check your,
It sounds worse than COVID to me personally, but
it can be.
yeah. Well,
So
tell us
but
how we
there's
can
a
get
lot
in
of it-
touch with you. Tell everyone how we can get in
Oh.
touch with you if we think that we might have bed bugs or any other kind of pest problems. And I don't mean
Yeah,
like our
sure.
husbands. I mean, legitimate pest problems.
Yeah, exactly. I know us husbands.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah,
your
you
one.
can
My
call
bad.
the office. You can call the office at 954-862-1723. That's the Broward line. In Dade County, it's 305-234-6574.
So you're doing
and then our
Dade,
web-
Broward, and Palm Beach?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then our email, our website is alliedpestmanagement.com.
Great.
And-
And if you didn't get that, just give your favorite realtor, Laura Sanders, a call, and I will hook
we
you up
go.
with Miles because I will give him your number directly because if you're a top realtor, you actually have
Hey,
a
Laura.
cell phone and you can just text him and he's really
you go.
responsive. He gets on it as soon as he can and, he's still running the business. So that's always good to have owners of the company that care and get out there in the field themselves. So we want to thank you so
Exactly.
much for talking about such a dirty topic.
Oof.
It's a dirty topic, but I just
It
felt
is.
people needed to know about bed bugs and that it is out there and that we need to be careful. So, guys
Yep.
and girls, when you're going out, double check because they love to bite. Anyway,
They do.
again, and if you're looking for a top agent, give me a call, Laura Sanders with Remax Direct, 954-650-0827. Looking to make sure your listing looks the best possible to get you the most money. Give me a call. And thanks for joining us tonight, and have a great night.
Thanks, Laura.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for tuning in for Making Money with Laura Sanders, a name you can trust. To join the conversation, call us at the studio, 888-994-4995 Studio A, or contact Laura directly at 954-650-0827. Laura Sanders, a name you can trust. We look forward to seeing you next week.